Hello and welcome to the Michigan Priority Report for May 2018. This has been a busy spring, so let's get right to it. Starting in Washington, D.C., the House is expected to vote on Senate Bill 2155, the Economic Growth and Regulatory Relief and Consumer Protection Act, in just a matter of days. By the time that many of you watch this video, the bill may have already been taken up. However, at the time of this filming, we have reason to believe that the House will vote to pass the bill and it will soon be to the President's desk. Getting this bill through the Senate and into the House was the result of the tireless effort from MCUL, CUNA, and credit union leagues from across the country. We're especially proud that here in Michigan, our own two senators, Gary Peters and Debbie Stabenow, joined together with senators from both sides of the aisle to craft and support this common sense, bipartisan legislation. This bill brought together credit unions and banks looking for common sense reform for Michigan consumers. For the first time in history, Michigan banks and credit unions conducted joint Hill visits to promote the regulatory reform bill. Following a joint letter to Congress from MCUL, the Michigan Bankers Association, and the Community Bankers of Michigan, Michigan Bankers CEO Rand Painter and I made a joint visit to Capitol Hill. There, Rand and I met with representatives and staff from most of our congressional delegation. Now, all this was in addition to countless emails, calls, and letters from Michigan credit unions, banks, and businesses, and citizens. And this underscores why grassroots action is so important to stay focused on advocacy. Now, back here in Michigan, we continue to see positive movement on legislation to address data breaches. Senate Bill 632 and 633 were introduced into the Senate Committee on Banking and Financial Institutions by Senator Booher back in October of 2017. And since then, MCUL has been working closely with the Michigan Bankers Association and the Community Bankers of Michigan and the bill's sponsor on a compromise that would give credit unions much needed relief. The first of two hearings on this package was held on May 1st. 17 credit union leaders were in attendance, some of whom testified on how data breaches have specifically impacted their credit union. Now, many leaders were not able to be present at the committee hearing, and they sent in cards of support backing the legislation. And now, taking a look at PAC fundraising, our annual lapel pin campaign is off to a strong start with more than 1,700 lapel pins sold, raising close to $135,000 for our state PAC. These, of course, can be ordered online and will also be available at the ACNE this June. Springtime brings warmer temperatures and our annual Grand Raffle, which also supports the federal PAC. As you know, the Grand Raffle is one of the largest fundraising events in the entire credit union movement, with a grand prize of $20,000. Please do your part by buying a PAC pin and participating in the Grand Raffle. Now, the 2018 Strength in Our Numbers CU Link Cooperative Advertising Campaign is moving ahead at full speed. As we transition into the second quarter, media spending is shifting from cable television to streaming radio with Pandora and iHeartRadio. Social media continues to be a successful platform for featuring digital ads and video. We continue to strongly encourage credit unions to participate in the CU Link integration program as it's a critical element of the campaign. Integration magnifies the campaign's message, making a $2 million campaign much larger all across the state. And now on to awards. CUNA award nominations opened on May 1st. We had a truly inspirational showing in 2017. Michigan credit unions were recognized with 11 state-level awards, with 4 of those going on to receive national awards. It's a great honor to be represented so well on the National Credit Union stage, and we encourage you to look inward and don't be shy about entering your credit union into the mix for a future award. Again, nominations are being accepted now through July 15th, so there's plenty of time for your credit union to submit a nomination. Visit the nomination portal at mcul.org for details. MCUL and CUSG are heading to Traverse City June 6th through the 9th for our annual convention and exposition. In our past few priority reports, we previewed several keynote and breakout sessions for the ACNE, but I'd like to highlight Friday's agenda, which features 3 cannabis banking focused sessions, 2 of which have been just added to the lineup. We'll start the Friday cannabis track with a lunch and learn session called Cannabis Banking, What's the Big Deal? That will be facilitated by Sunday Seafried, CEO of Partner Colorado Credit Union. Sunday is a nationally recognized expert on cannabis banking, and we look forward to learning from her experience. Next on the agenda is Cannabis Banking, Boots on the Ground Perspective with Rachel Pruce, Chief Risk Officer of MAPS Credit Union located in Salem, Oregon. Rachel will offer best practices, lessons learned, cautionary tales, and practical advice for credit unions considering a cannabis banking program. Finally, the third session will feature Elizabeth Khalil and Lance Boldry from Dykema. Their session, Marijuana Businesses, What Credit Unions Need to Know, will cover the current and future legal landscape for medical and recreational cannabis in Michigan compared to other states. Now, switching focus to CU Solutions Group, on Thursday, ACNE attendees will be treated to a recently expanded presentation by our own Dave Adams. Dave's main stage session, The Leadership Imperative, discusses how credit unions can effectively balance change in a digital world. Specifically, he'll be covering 3 emerging innovations from CUSG and detailing how they meet the unique needs of credit unions. One innovation, as many of you know, is CUSG's LifeSteps wallet. This mobile banking enhancement suite is designed to position credit unions top of wallet and top of mind with members. With unique functionality built around home, auto, shopping, and financial wellness, the suite is designed to enhance a credit union's mobile offerings while matching important solutions to its members' major life events and everyday financial decisions. He'll also discuss the Just Getting By campaign. We rolled out the feature-length documentary at the ACNE last June, and the hour-long video is broken into 19 short video vignettes. Each tells the story of a person struggling to get by financially. The root causes of these challenges include student loan debt, job loss, medical emergencies, divorce, or lack of financial education. Since the release of the film, CUSG has worked to build a social media campaign surrounding the documentary, and we have some exciting developments to announce. Finally, Dave will be rolling out CUSG's reinvented model for strategic HR advisory services. CUSG's HR Performance Solutions division has consistently generated strong growth over the past several years. Building on a solid foundation that includes core solutions, Compees, and Performance Pro, the team recently launched Planning Pro. This cloud-based software helps organize plans and prioritize tracking in a way that meets the needs of a wide variety of planning styles. Just months ago, the team finalized a partnership to offer CUSG Executive Search powered by Angot Search Group, and in the coming months is preparing to release a new, robust board governance resource. As Dave will explain, the reinvented model for strategic HR advisory services brings all of these powerful tools together in a dynamic and cohesive way. Each of Dave's CUSG product updates has come at a pivotal moment. The LifeSteps wallet application has just entered its 10th revision process. CUSG Technology Solutions is making continual improvements to the app's interface, plus updates to the deals and directory services. Additionally, enhancements to both performance and aesthetics are ongoing, and we continue to hear positive feedback from credit unions. The product now hosts 7 clients, with dozens more in the pipeline. In addition to launches with Flint's Security Credit Union and the Houston-based Primeway Federal Credit Union, 5 additional credit unions have executed contracts and will begin implementation between May and July. Several more contracts are in the final stages of negotiation and are expected to close in the coming weeks. Now, looking at marketing solutions, the Love My Credit Union Rewards team just wrapped up another successful Mother's Day themed campaign for Sprint Credit Union Member Cash Rewards. Running April 23rd through May 2nd, the campaign generated strong results, particularly with online advertising. On May 14th, the new campaign, Summer of Hundreds, began to air. Featuring refreshed messaging and creative, the summer campaign will be the first batch of promotions to feature the updated Sprint offer that took effect on May 18th. Full offer details are available at lovemycreditunion.org/Sprint offer update. Now, as Sprint moves into a strong summer, the 2017 tax season ended strong for CUSG and Intuit TurboTax. Love My Credit Union Rewards generated a 4% boost over last year's results and ended with revenue approaching $2.3 million. This performance continues to grow our partner program, a program that had already entered into tax season as Intuit's top affinity partner in the financial services sector. Intuit and CUSG teams have set up postseason review and collaboration sessions to gear up for a new, productive, and profitable 2018 season. Finally, Performance Solutions is preparing to release the third of 4 major feature upgrades on Performance Pro. Features to be completed by the end of May include the ability to run concurrent and cumulative appraisals, the addition of an appraisal section for core values, customizable alerts with calendar events, and the ability to calculate merit increases and manage compensation budgets without Compease. Also, just released earlier this year, Planning Pro is off to a good start. With well over a dozen presentations completed and 4 contracts signed, the Michigan Solutions team is now in the process of setting up statewide webinars. As I mentioned earlier, more details on this and strategic HR advisory services will be included in Dave Adams' AC&E address. Now that's all for this month's Priority Report. We covered a great deal this month. For more information on federal or state legislation, regulations, compliance, education, or events, please visit mcol.org. For content pertaining to products or services regarding technology, marketing, or HR performance covered in this video, please visit cusolutionsgroup.com. Thank you once again for joining us, and we'll see you at the AC&E in June.